Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Kai, and today I have for you another vlog style video. So if you haven't noticed, I've kind of been offline for the last couple of weeks. If I'm being honest, I was experiencing a little bit of burnout just with my schedule being so full from school and real life, and trying to keep a 1 video a week upload schedule with the type of content that I'm making has been a little challenging. My room, particularly my nail shelves, have been in dire need of being redone because I was running out of room. I had purchased some larger shelves before, and I finally wanted to put them up. I'm definitely one of those people where if my area is a mess, it affects me and my motivation, and so my studio was an absolute disaster. This is like an at-home studio, so it's another room in our house. And I had packages all over the floor. I'll probably insert some footage, as embarrassing as it probably will be to show you all the disaster, but I had things absolutely everywhere. I had new collections that I had swatched and wasn't able to put up on my shelves because I ran out of room. So it was a much needed refresh, reorganizing that really has put me in a better space to want to create again and to want to do nails. So yeah, that's what this video is today. I filmed the whole process of me taking down my old shelves, reorganizing my polish collections, and putting up the new shelves with the new polishes. I actually planned on doing like a whole segment about installing my new desk. I got a new C-stand for my camera. I want to move all of my like glitters that are in the drawer back there over to the new set of drawers and go through all of those. It's just that this video was already super long, so that will probably be a second part if you are interested. If you like nail content and like nail vlogs, nail art tutorials, hauls, I really focus a lot on like Korean Japanese gels, then please consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much for being here. When I announced that I was taking a little bit of a break last week, everybody was just so sweet and so encouraging, and it really feels good to know that I'm part of such an amazing supportive community. I honestly have had just such positive experiences here on YouTube, and so can't thank you all enough for being supportive and for helping me kind of like prioritize when I need to prioritize, because I want to keep doing this for a long time, you know, and I want nails to stay a fun thing. So yeah, I need to take breaks. I know I keep telling myself that, and it is nice to be reassured that that is okay, even though I know it in my head. But at this point, I feel like I'm rambling like usual, so without too much more chit chat, let's get into the video. Say hi, Smog. Okay, so it is currently day 1 of organizing, and I have lots to do. We'll see how much I actually get done. It's Sunday after what honestly feels like the longest 2 weeks that I've had in a while, just because there's been so much going on at school. I wanted to take this opportunity to clean up the nail office and do what I've been meaning to do for a long time, which is take down the old acrylic shelves and put up some new ones that I have. So yeah, that's the plan. Today, we'll take care of taking down all of the polishes I have up there and maybe organizing some to give away that I'm not using anymore. And I also need to go pick up a desktop that I ordered from IKEA because I am upgrading my desk, just getting one that's a little bit bigger, because I find that with all of my filming equipment, it takes up quite a bit of the desk space that I would like to use for nails and storing things. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Kind of a general cleanup, organize all of my nail products, and see if I can get those shelves up. But yeah, since I'm just cleaning, you get bare-faced Kai. I did not feel like at all getting, dressed up or anything today. So yeah, you get me in sweats and new glasses. Okay, so the main reason I want to redo this space over here is because, as you can see, my shelves are basically full at this point. I have quite a few polishes up here that I honestly don't use anymore, and so I'm considering rehoming them if they're still good to use. Some of them honestly are nearing their expiration date, so I hate wasting, but I might just toss them just to be safe. And then even though I have all of those polishes up there, I have quite a few different sets and things on the desk, and I hate to say it, even down here, that, need to be put away. All of these are boxes of collections that they need to go up somewhere. And so I got new shelves that are much wider. They aren't for like single polishes like this. I believe they're supposed to be like 6 inches wide, so they'll come off the wall further, and I'll be able to stack collections deeper than just the one row, and that should really free up some space for myself. I also really need to take care of these, but that might be another time. I don't know why I still have these, but I do. They're empty. I already opened these up. Honestly, I need to get on editing the unboxing because I do have a whole unboxing video for these, but there's no reason that they need to be out here. So you know what? Actually, let's go ahead and put these away right now. All right, so first of all, let me see what is over here that I can put away. This I will actually get out later, but this is a brand new piece of PR that was sent to me from Resiners, and it's actually an air filter. So it's meant to filter out like volatile organic compounds, which gel polish is not as bad as resin, but it definitely still emits some chemical compounds. So I'm super excited to try this out. This is the new Melody Susie dust collector that they sent to me. It's this really nice skinny profile. I did recently review this fully in one of my videos. I'll try to remember to tag it up in the corner, but it's so slim and it's still just as powerful as their other dust collectors. Honestly, Melody Susie has really good, like, budget-friendly dust collectors, I think, at least. I did order a little like mini phone tripod for my desk, just because I now have that really awesome Chris lens. I've been meaning to do more like product shots and stuff with my phone. I haven't actually filmed a short, like a swatching short in quite some time, so need to get back to that. This whole box here is like charms and swatch beads that I plan on doing an ASMR video with. So it's not the best solution, but I'm just gonna set it to the side for now. I'm just kind of trying to clear space here so that I can organize my gels. Of course, we have the Divock 4 Seasons set, this big in here. Oops, not the swatch card. That's gonna go over there. Speaking of addicting places, this is another like gotcha arcade that we recently went to, and I did not have much luck there. I won one thing and bought 2 others, and I'm hoping to put this in a little vlog for my second channel sometime soon when I can find the time to edit. So for now, I'll put that in the closet too. Okay, we're clearing some space. All right, this is all like filming stuff. As far as go. My little vase over here. And I'm not using them. This fabric, I just got it at Joann's, by the way, which, if you haven't heard, Joann's is closing. I don't know, that kind of makes me sad. I remember spending so much time as a kid at Joann's, just because I really liked crafting of all sorts, so a lot of my allowance went to Joann's and Michael's. You know what? Smoggy, you can't help. What are you doing, buddy? You trying to help? Yeah? Trying to see what's going on? He gets very curious. He also likes to stand. Can you show them how well you stand? Okay. I have another sorter that I will probably use for a lot of the charms in that box that I showed you. So let me go ahead and just put that in that box. Okay, these are all products that I just hauled in my latest spring haul video. I'm gonna leave them there. They need to be put away once I get those new shelves up. So I'll go there. All right, and then these two things I really need to install. Let me show you real quick because I just think they're cool. So my PC has all of these fans in it. These light up fans. I know I went way overboard with my PC, but I got what's called a fan grill, and they're 3D printed. I ordered them off of Etsy from a couple different sellers. This is what they look like. And you just install them over the fan itself. And then because they're made out of like various types of plastic at various thicknesses, some of the light does shine through and it creates like a really cool silhouette. So of course I had to get a little Kirby Sakura. And then this one came in 2 pieces because I don't think their printer was large enough. I got this really neat koi design. So yeah, it just connects like that. Very cool. I know I keep saying I'm gonna have a computer build video coming soon, and I really want to. Right now, I'm kind of at a point where all of my time goes to working and then trying to get up 1 video a week. So I haven't really had time to edit my second channel videos, but hoping to get there in the summer because I really do want to share my computer build with you. I think it was a frustrating but very rewarding process. All right, I picked these up from Novo Ovo. They are claw dual forms. I don't know how well you can see them right here. But yeah, they are made to make those claw nails, and I've really been wanting to try that. I just wasn't sure how I'd go about it. And so I think these are gonna be my best bet, maybe combined with polygel, something that I can file down. These are just from Amazon. I'll leave the links in the description. Okay, so keep that box. This goes in the closet. Oh, this is the box for my headphones. These are my new HyperX headphones. They are wireless. I did a full review in a recent content creation vlog that I did, and honestly, I had been keeping my backup set. I'll show you them. So these are the headphones. These are the HyperX Cloud Mix 2. They're wireless. I'll be honest, they don't have the best speaker, so I would say they're more for like people who want good audio quality while listening to audio, not necessarily good mic for recording. HyperX does actually sell microphones separately. If you guys are interested, I would definitely be willing to buy one and try it out because I get a lot of notes about my audio. I currently use right now this mic here, which is a like actual professional like podcast mic that my boyfriend picked up for me for my birthday. It is expensive though, I understand that, and HyperX has some kind of like $100 range mics that I would maybe be interested in comparing to let you know if that's a more viable, affordable option for those of you who are getting into content creation. So yeah, let me know. But I've been keeping my old headphones just in case these ones, you know, if there was something that I didn't like about them, but I've been using them probably for a month straight now, and I love them. At first, I was worried that maybe they were gonna be small because if you look at them, they look kind of small. I still wouldn't recommend them for somebody who has a huge head, but honestly, they're so comfortable. I've never gotten a headache wearing them or anything like that. The ear cups are super soft. Audio quality, so good. Such a step up for me from the other ones that I have there. And the biggest thing, they are wireless, so they connect here to this little like USB dongle that you just plug in. I don't know if you can see it there. You just plug that into your computer, or you can do Bluetooth, and I have not been using anything else. So honestly, these ones, I guess they'd be worth donating, maybe to Goodwill or something. but I can get rid of them because this cord is so annoying. It's so nice. I can't go back to a corded headset. Having a hands-free one is just, it's so freeing. I can like walk downstairs, grab a snack, and not have to take off my headset. Little problems, but yeah, I love them, and I do have a code. It is Get Pressed. You can save, I think, 12% with it from the HyperX site, and it does stack. So if they're having like a sale on other things, you can use the code on top of it. Okay, so this I'm just gonna put in the closet because I do like keeping the boxes for electronics. Okay, and I'm gonna keep all of these boxes to organize my polishes, so let's take a look at those. Up here, I have kind of like my polishes separated. I have my budget brands. Born Pretty is one that I do really like, honestly. I basically started doing nails with Born Pretty and this brand here. It's, I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced, but I think it's Gayoi, not sure at all. But I started doing nails with this brand, so I have quite a few products from them. I get asked sometimes about like budget options, and my honest answer is I'm gratefully at a point where I can afford to save up and purchase like nicer Korean gel sets, which is largely thanks to you all, honestly, and this channel. So I haven't purchased many budget brands recently, although this one here, Vendini, is one that I really like for their like glitter gels and their mag gels. Same with, I think it's Zyj. They have really nice glitter mag gels. These two were nice. However, all of the budget brands, the one warning I will give, and the reason I don't really review too many of them on my channel, is that for some of them at least, especially like these ones that you get off of Temu, AliExpress, they might not have the list of ingredients available, so I'm not sure like what chemicals they're using, whereas with the more expensive Korean gel polishes, a lot of them I have direct access to ingredient lists and whatnot, so I know what I'm recommending to you all. These ones over here is kind of like a use at your own risk, although I will say Born Pretty at least has gotten much better about putting their ingredients on the bottle. Like these new ones here have all of the ingredients on the back, whereas like these ones here, the Vendini, right, they have nothing. They have nada, no safety information whatsoever. Same with this older Zyj at least. I'm not sure if the newer ones do, because this brand I feel like is becoming more popular online. So yeah, even like Gayoi has the ingredients on the back. So yeah, I don't feel comfortable recommending things where I don't necessarily know what's in it or don't have access to being able to tell you what's in it. And I haven't tried a lot lately, and I do really want to just recommend things that I've tried. So yeah, if you're looking for dupes though, if you're looking for cheaper alternatives, I can at least recommend the brand. My one gripe with them though, Born Pretty especially, and I gently suggested it to my PR person, and maybe I will try to stress it even more, is that some of their marketing for like their 3D gels does not show people using gloves while handling them, which is a big no-no. I do not like that. I don't like that brands try to kind of like advertise 3D gels as being used without gloves, because it's very dangerous for potentially developing a contact dermatitis, an allergy to gel. So yeah, that's my one gripe with them. And then over here I have my Korean polishes, my different collections, my brushes. I want to put all of my like glitters in here in these sorters, and my Labubu, the grape one. Swatch cards. Oh my god, so many swatch cards that all need a home. More polishes back here. So yeah, let me set you up on a tripod and we're going to do a little time lapse and sort through all of these polishes. right, so I've got one box with all of my First Street, my yogurt nail, my Jinbei nail bio, and did I say First Street? First Street and F gel. So I'm a dummy and I forgot to reposition the camera so you could see what I was doing, but second box is full. I've got in here my Nail Thoughts, my Rah, Mayan Bee, my Bella Bee, some Jello stuff, all of my inks, my Yoga Mayo singles that are out and about, and some of my tiny gels. All right, so I try to keep my Divock polishes nice and organized, but that did not work. So they're all kind of shoved in here, but these are my Divock polishes and my like top and base coats. Oh, another thing about the like budget brands, unfortunately they don't often smell very good. I'm kind of sensitive to smells, so that's why I tend to gravitate towards the Korean gels. They generally don't have much of a scent, and if they do, it's a very light one. Even Born Pretty sometimes can have a bit of a smell. You know what, so since I am opening up all these gels to check the colors and the consistency, why don't I show you this? So, it's quite large. I don't even think it'll fit on my desk right now, which is why I need a bigger one, but this right here is the Resiners Purifier. It is an air filter, and it's specifically meant for resin crafting where you have a lot of, it's called volatile organic compounds that are just emitted when resin cures. They reached out to me and they offered to send me this because I do nails, and gel polish is a resin-based product, and it also emits smaller amounts of VOCs, but still some amount of it. And I have my cat in this room with me. Even though we have airflow, we do have a fan going on at all times. I figured I might as well test it. You know, it has a VOC reader on it, so the nice thing is it like automatically turns on when it notices that there are VOCs in the air. So yeah, I was happy to review this when they reached out. So let me go ahead and open it for you. So you get your instruction book. Here's the main instructions. But yeah, it's got a light that will let you know the air quality, if it's filtering. Here's your little power pack. Oh boy. All right, and here's the actual unit. It is quite large again, but you don't want like some skimpy thing for an air filter. But yeah, here are all of your buttons. You can check the temperature, I suppose. You've got your fan speed, auto mode, a timer where you can set it to how long I believe you want it to run for, and your power button. And then in the bottom here is where the actual filter is housed. So I believe you just, okay, yeah, there's a little locking symbol, so you just twist it that way, oops, and then the filter comes out. So you do want to take the plastic off of this, and I believe you can buy these off of their website as replacements. All right, so it's later, my camera died, so I am back to finish this review, and it's a good thing because I noticed that when you do detach the filter unit from the top, there's actually a little plug in the inside here, and then on the actual filter itself, there's this little wire here that you have to connect. Otherwise, it won't turn on. So let me go ahead and do that. So it does come with just like kind of your standard plug-in and circular attachment. Honestly, this is the same one that comes with a lot of like nail lamps and drills and whatnot. But it just plugs into the base right here. And then this plugs into the wall. Okay, so to turn it on, you're supposed to just tap the power button. So here's the unit. It kind of blends in really well with my plants, if they were in better shape. So it's got a nice, like, oops, green glow to it. It's touch sensitive up here. So you have the power on, power off. You can check the temperature with this button. You can adjust the fan speed. So there are 3 speeds. You have your intake down at the bottom, and then it blows the air up through the top. So let me just let you hear the speeds. This is currently 2nd gear. That's the maximum speed that it runs at. And then this is the lowest, which honestly, the lowest is kind of nice. It's almost like white noise, barely there. 2nd speed is probably gonna be where I'm using it the most, like this. So yeah, very neat. I'm gonna leave this running, probably at 2. And I'm going to go through my Born Pretty polishes, all of which, again, they do have a bit of a scent because they're cheaper to buy, which is really nice and cost effective for you all, but also that means generally they're cheaper to make. So they aren't going to have as nice of ingredients as, say, like these ones here, which I forgot to put away. I need to put this shelf away in like my to keep box, so to speak. So yeah, I'm gonna test out the polishes next to this and see if it picks up any of the volatile compounds. Okay, so this is the last box. I've got in here all of my stamping polishes, my gel and gel, my gel monster, some doughy special effect gels, and my more collection. So these are all of the polishes that I'm keeping. I'm gonna set them aside. And then all of these shelves here, I have to take down off the racks, see if I can pull out all of the screws so that I can hang the new shelves up. It's getting late, it's like 9:30, so I won't be able to hang the shelves tonight, but I can at least pull these off the wall. All right, so I guess even though I had this charging on the charging dock downstairs and it had a light on, it wasn't charging. So I'm gonna go charge this again. Okay, so it is a couple days later. I have done some work off camera. I took all of the screws out, the wall anchors, and I patched all of the holes up with some patching putty. I made a huge mess while doing so, but that's okay. Here's what we're working with currently. So yeah, I patched up all the holes, and this should be dry now because I did the patching last night. It's looking pretty good so far. These are the shelves that I will be putting up here. I just got them off of Amazon. Honestly, they're not the best quality, but they'll do. Sometimes it's a toss-up with Amazon, and honestly, if I got them from like IKEA or Walmart, they probably wouldn't be much better and more expensive anyway. This was the spackle I used, and it's nice because it comes with its own sander. Sorry, I know some people really hate that noise. So I guess a warning, but it does have this nice little like sanding pad on the cap, which makes it really convenient to just take this to the wall, sand on the surface once you've placed the spackle and it's all dry. So I'm gonna finish sanding these and then we'll come back and paint over it. So this is what I painted the room with. It's Equilibrium. I just got it from Home Depot, I'm pretty sure. It's just one of their pre-mixed colors. Luckily, I have a bunch left from when I painted the room earlier. you helping? Or just biting my camera? Got it. Okay, so it's the next night. I took out all of the drywall hooks, which I showed you yesterday, and I've painted over the wall. So as you can see, well, hopefully you can't, you can barely tell where they were before. Like maybe a little bit you can see where the paint is slightly more vibrant, it looks like. But overall, I think I did a pretty good patch job. However, as I was going to check out these shelves, I found this baggie, which is another baggie of drywall hooks. Anchors. Sorry, wrong thing. Anchors. I thought I escaped, but nope, these ones require anchors too. So I'm gonna go ahead and line up where I want the shelves, and then I guess get to drilling yet again. Okay, so I just wanted to do a little bit of a check-in. It is currently Thursday, and I've been working on this project all week when I get home from school, in the middle of grading and whatnot. I am going to give you a little update and show you what I finished and what I still need to do. I did go ahead and pick me up a little liquid energy. This is from a local place in Orlando. It's called Fable. Just a little recommendation. They are a super cute little D&D themed cafe. So they have drinks, they have snacks and desserts, and they also have spaces where you can come in and play D&D or board games, whatnot. It's just really cute, and I like their matcha. They have nice matcha. Anyway, let me go ahead and show you all what the room is looking like. Okay, so it's still a mess, very much so. Down here I have all of those boxes from last time that we put together with all of my gels that need to go up on the shelves. Here are all my collections that need homes. Speaking of the shelves, I went ahead and picked up these at Home Depot last night. So these are just 2" by 1" by 2" boards. So I have all of the shelves set up here, and unfortunately, so with the way that these were manufactured, I tried as best as I could to line them up together, like as you can see up here. This part is pretty well lined up, but then unfortunately the bottom is not, and I don't want to drill any more holes, so they're just going to have to be slightly off. All of them are, and it actually annoys me so much. But at this point, I've drilled far too many holes. I don't want to patch them up again like I had to do before, so they're just going to have to live like this. I'm just going to have to live like this. It is what it is. But anyways, what I was saying is that I got these boards because I want to put one on the back of each shelf. They only go up this high. That way I can kind of like prop up my cards and some of the gels and have essentially like 2 layers deep in each shelf. It will just give me more visibility of the gels and easier access to the ones in the back to see like what colors they are and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. You'll see the vision once I actually start putting this together. So yeah, that's where we're at. It's coming together. I do really like the look of the shelves. I like the white. I like that it matches, you know, the rest of the room. I need to get new curtains. I think that's next. Let me go ahead and set you up on the camera and we will put the collections on the shelf. I'm trying to decide how I want to affix these to the shelves, but I don't think I want to glue them down. I did get wood glue. I think I want to reserve the option to remove them if I ever decide I don't like them. So what I'm thinking is I'll just take some of the little like glue dots that you use for nail stands and see if I can temporarily glue them down. That's my thought. We'll see if it works. Alright, and I think that actually worked really well. Like it's pretty sturdy on there. It's not moving around. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, now I just have to do the other 7. Alrighty, so here is what the shelves are looking like with the little risers added. I mean, honestly, I would prefer that they are white, but I do not have time to paint them right now. Maybe in the future, I'll give them a coat of white paint. But for now, I just kind of need to get my nail polish back on the shelves so I can get back to actually using it and making content. So here's the solution for now. I think it looks okay. The vision is this, that now that I have these risers, I can have like the little cards up here and then stack the polishes in front of the risers and just have more room, or even do like 2 rows of polishes, and it just gives me a lot more space to work with. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put like my basic gels here and things that don't necessarily have a swatch card with them, just because this is kind of like at an angle where you don't really see it from the room, so it doesn't have to look like the nicest. So I think that's where I'll start. So here are all of my base gels. I think these are the bases, these are the top coats. I think I will put here maybe my doughy, because they are kind of like basic gels. So my basic syrups I'll add here. Guys, why do I have 3 whites? One's a glitter at least. So I only have 2 whites. Okay, so that's looking good for now on that shelf. Let me take you over here. for the Arrows collection forever, and it's so pretty. I have a hard time like wanting to throw it away, but it's gotta go. I have no room. Gingerbread collection I can put right here. I'm thinking I should have swapped this. Now I did good. I did give away some of the colors that I just know I wasn't going to use. I'm trying to do that more. I have a hoarding problem. I definitely do. Because I always think like, but what if I want to use it, you know? So I'm trying to cut back on that. I'm trying to really just, like I said, give away colors that I know I'm not going to use, because downsizing does not work very well when you hoard things. So now the question becomes, what do I put in front of this? And I'm thinking maybe my Gothic? Or actually, I think I'm gonna do this one here, the Gel and Gel. Honestly, as I'm going through these, I think I'm just going to set aside the ones that I don't want to maybe give away to anybody who might. This color here, I don't know, I just don't love it. It's like almost a green gold, and it's just not my favorite. So yeah. Probably put my gemstone collection. So this is the Rosy Hip Gemstone collection. Honestly, one of my favorite cat eye gels. It's like a silky cat eye, but with extra glitter. So it's very like one tone for each color, but with a lot of depth. All right, so that's looking good. I still have, oh God, this mess of Devok gels and 2 whole collections that aren't even like out of their boxes. That's probably gonna be my last 2 shelves up here. I'm gonna do that later because it is almost 10 p.m. and I haven't eaten and I still have some work to do. So I'll go ahead and do that later. Okay, so it is now the next day. So it's Friday, finally. I'm excited to have a weekend, but I do need to finish the shelves before I can really relax. I've just kind of come home from work. I took a little bit of a break and ate some food, but I kind of want to get right to it so we can finish these shelves. Here's what we're looking like so far. I'm really liking how it's turning out, especially with the little swatch cards where you can easily see all of the different shades and the collections all organized by brand and gel type. I think it's looking really good. And then also what came in today was my Sweetie Nail Supply anniversary sale order, which is I think going to be still happening as you're watching this video. So if you do see anything that you would like to pick up, they're currently doing 25% off everything, the entire website, 30% off if you order 500 Canadian or more, which is a really nice discount. If you use one of my referral links down below, it does automatically apply my discount code. So just make sure that you're going in and you're changing the discount code. I do think I still get the referral though, which is really nice. But yeah, just note, if you use one of my links below, make sure to check and put in the correct code so that you get your 25% off. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Take care of DVOC and go from there. So, okay, so organization, let's see. I think I might do, since these are the darker gemstone gels, maybe I'll do Dark Night down here. Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll do Dark Night down here with my rosy hips that are already kind of like that darker color. I'll do White Night, New Moon. Maybe I can squeeze Cherry Blossom in, like right there. All right, so the shelves are all up. They're looking good. Tomorrow when I have more natural light in the room, I'm gonna give you a full tour of the shelves. I do need to move my drawers back in place. So yeah, I have to get the drawer situation organized. So let's actually go ahead and do that. So I got these acrylic sorters and I want to put all of my glitters and cat eye powders and chrome powders in here just for easy access. That's going to be a project for another time, so I will probably do a part 2 of this room reorganizing video where I will kind of like clean out my drawers and get these organized, but that will probably have to wait till summer until I'm back from some travels that I will be going on. So for now, these will just stack up there like that. This, though, I can fill up. I specifically left this for my stamping polishes. So, all right, I think I'll leave it for now, figure out what to do later. But so far, looking pretty good. All right, so I just wanted to do a quick little update on this guy right here. So I've been doing some testing, and what I've noticed is that curing gel polish, at least in the amount that I did initially, I just did some like 3D charms. It does not trigger the auto sensor. So if you want to have it filter, you do need to turn it on. It is currently on the lowest setting, and you can barely hear it, which I personally really love. Here's the second setting. It's still really not bad at all. Where it gets pretty loud is the third setting here. And that, I'll be honest, that's pretty loud. But to just have it kind of like continuously running on this first setting here, I barely hear it whatsoever. Now, where this does very much work and come in handy, I noticed, is with like these kinds of liquid chemicals. So I have here some isopropyl alcohol, which I'm always using to cleanse my gel, the tacky layer, acetone, which you use to remove, and then the dreaded monomer. I honestly don't use acrylic a lot. I wanted to get into acrylic, but I have a really sensitive nose. It's part of why I love Korean gels, because they don't have strong scents usually. And It's honestly the scent of monomer that really just turned me off of it. I couldn't stand it. So I wanted to put this to the test. I've already pre-tested it, but I just want to show you in real time. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on auto. Okay, so with the auto feature up here, you can set it to auto and it will turn on when it detects a significant amount of volatile organic compounds in the air. You can also set a timer to where, say you know that you're going to be in your studio for 4 hours and you don't want to waste energy, it will turn off after 4 hours if it's set on auto, which is a really cool feature. So let me just show you. I'm going to go ahead and open up probably the least offender, just some isopropyl alcohol. I open this up and I kind of like shake it around to get the fumes up and going. You can see already it's detected it and it automatically turns on. I'm gonna close that, let it do its thing. And it's immediately working to lower those volatile organic compounds. And then once it reaches under 1 for the measurement of the total volatile organic compounds, it just lowers itself and the light goes more of like a yellow green, and then it goes back to its pure green once it hits below 0.5. So yeah, super cool. That was just with alcohol. Let me show you with acetone. Same deal. I'm just gonna open it. I'm gonna give it one pump here. So I just pump some out there. Take this and there we go. As you can see, acetone takes it up to the highest level, the highest reading, which I'm not a scientist. I do not know the full effects of breathing in the fumes from acetone. I know that there's a reason that you're supposed to have good ventilation when doing nails, when using nail polish. So I'd assume part of that comes down to the acetone. So I love that this filter is effective with acetone. As soon as I shut that lid, that number is already going down. All right, and last but not least, the reason I'm pretty sure that this still has not gone down to 0 monomer. So this is the Enel Couture, and honestly, like, it's not the strongest. I've smelled way worse from like cheap Temu brands, whatnot. If you are somebody who uses acrylic, definitely recommend. My cat is running around in the back, causing havoc. But what I was saying is, if you're an acrylic girly, somebody who works a lot with monomer, this might be the machine for you, because I'm just gonna open this up. So the monomer obviously is making this run on auto at a high speed. However, one thing that this machine does, honestly, really well, is it reduces that smell. Like, usually if I were to open this, the smell would be permeating the room and it would kind of just be like a cloud hanging over everything. I would not be able to get rid of the smell. Even getting up close like this with this bottle, I can't smell anything. Like, this is doing a really good job of controlling the smell. Clearly it's working overtime, trying to clear the air of the chemicals the monomer is releasing. I would still recommend, if you have windows, maybe you can crack them open, get some even better airflow, but it does work really well for helping to eliminate the smell and the things that you can't see. And then with this little guy here, it's just, you know, it's something that gives me peace of mind. I have him in my office a lot because he likes to hang out with me. Even though he's staring at me like a crazy person right now. Hey, Buggy. What's up? What are you doing? Huh? He wants to play. I have him in my office all the time, so honestly, it's one of those things where, do you need an air filter? Not necessarily. I would highly, highly recommend one. Uh-oh. Yeah, so you don't need an air filter. I would just highly recommend one for your health and for the health of any friends that you might have hanging out too. Gel polish generally, though, is much safer than, say, like acrylic, things like that when it comes to airborne chemicals. And And I do plan on getting into some resin crafts this summer. I really want to make dice. I also might consider starting 3D printing and maybe trying to do my own like 3D nail charm molds. And honestly, I think it looks quite nice. It fits my the theme of my room with the greens and the plants, you know. I think it actually fits in pretty well. So big thank you again to Resiners. Check out their website if you are looking for any sort of resin crafting accessories or an air filter. All right, so this is this area finished. I finally have all of my polishes up and in place. I am gonna go through really quickly and just show you. So on these shelves here, I have just kind of like my basic gels. So I have top gels in the back, base gels in the front, including my peel-offs. Here I have some like colored builder gels, all of my doughy colors back here, the nail bio colors, more just like the basics. And then here, since I had the nail bio, I added my moon gels. They just fit perfectly. If you haven't seen these, I did use them in a look that I'll try to remember to link. They're super cool. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me get a different color. It might be hard to see, but they have like this bubbling effect that creates really cool texture. So yeah, my basic gels, my doughy, my nail bio, and then up here I have more kind of just like one-offs that I don't have full collections for. So I have some By Muse gels here. I love these bottles, they're so cute. And then I have my Rara, the 3 Mayan Bee polishes that I currently own. I was so sad, so Sweetie Nail Supply just started stocking them. They're a Japanese brand. Due to tariffs though, they are not available in the US anymore. I'm sure you could get them elsewhere, but I think they'll still be marked up an insane amount because, again, due to tariffs, they are made in China, I believe. They're produced in China, sold through Japan. Back here I have my Tiny. Then these are the Gel Monster from Zillabeau. I have my F gels here. I recently swatched some of these in a haul video if you want to check that out. Just some random like one-off magnetic gels, some glitter gels. And then back here I have my syrup F gels. So yeah, this is kind of like, these are the catch-all shelves just because I don't have a lot of swatch cards for these. This wall here, so I wanted to reserve these shelves for the swatch cards for the full collections. So let me take you through. I have my Yogurt Nail Korea gingerbread collection. Now I don't have all of them because I have been trying to downsize a little bit and give away polishes that I just know I'm not going to use. But these are the ones that I did keep. I have more of my Yogurt Nail Korea. These are a mix of the Bunny Chew, the Gelato, and the Mood for Love glitter collection. So all of these are yogurt gel. All of these back here are yogurt gel. The ones in the back are more like neutral fall colors. And then here I just have some Gao color changing polishes that change with the temperature. I have my Bella Bee Swanky collection. That's this one right here. Super pretty glitters. I have my DJL potion out because it just, look at this bottle, it looks so nice. I had to display it. Then over here I have the sparkling collection from Me Gothic, or My Gothic. These are really nice shiny cat eye gels. They're very chunky cat eyes, so they're almost like flake polishes, which I really like. So I have those, and then I have my Rosy Hip Gemstone collection. These are more of like a smooth cat eye polish. Really nice deep vivid colors, really gorgeous shine. And then the first of my Diva collections, not the first that I bought, but like the first on the shelves. So here I have the Dark Knight And these look best over black. These swatches here, they are not over a black base. These are just two pretty thick layers of the polish themselves. So they do look really nice on their own, but they really, really pop over black. And then these three are just some basic Devoc gels that I have. The black and white Vanta painting gels. They're not painting gels, but I use them that way because they're so pigmented. And the Milkus Syrup White. I love the Milkus Syrup White, honestly. And then up here we have the Cherry Blossom collection. Definitely one of my favorites. I just love the variety of polishes because you get these like chunky glitters, a cat eye, a shimmer, some syrups, and a cream gel. And then up front, I actually have the New Moon collection. So this is the New Moon set. It is a very like muted toned, more pastel subtle cat eye collection, which is my personal preference. I tend to go for more pastel colors. So this one to me was definitely a winner. Each color has like a shift to it. So you can see the glitter, the cat eye glitters in there are like a duochrome shift. I think it's super cute. So there's that one. And then these are the White Night. So these are more of like a glittery cat eye, similar to the New Moon, but where the New Moon is more of like a shiny cat eye, I would say these are a glittery cat eye. Same sort of like duo shifting effect though. Really nice pastel fairy-like colors. Super gorgeous. And moving on, we have the Gel and Gel. I think the name on Sweetie is the Soil and Pearl collection, but it is the Jinju set. And these shimmers are so gorgeous. Honestly, like the lighting in my room is not doing them justice. Let me move out of the way. But they have a really cool like duochrome shimmer effect. Not cat eyes, they're just shimmers, and really pretty ones at that. These would be amazing for some summer nails. And then over here, I have my inks. So I don't want to go through and shake them all up again, but I have my Favori inks, some one-offs here, and then in the back there, I have the More Neon Summer collection. I haven't done the swatch card yet, so it's just hanging out up there, but I did swatch it in a recent video. And then up here, I have another of my favorite collections. This is the Mayo Eros collection. The swatch card is massive. I love the way it looks, don't get me wrong, but I almost wish it was a little smaller so I could fit more up there. But it's super pretty. It is very much like a Valentine's, almost autumn themed collection with the warm tones of the pinks and reds and oranges, and then you get this really stunning green and gold. I just love this collection so much. It is definitely one of my favorites. And the bottles are really cute. They all have this shimmer effect. That's from Mayo, Yogo Mayo. I have another Yogo Mayo collection here, which is the Butter collection. I did a set with these recently too. Little cafe dessert nails. I really like Yogo and Mayo as a brand. I think they come out with some really nice collections. I love these ones that are like mixed with a textured gel or some sort of fun topper. I have another Yogo Mayo collection. This one is the Peach collection, and it's just a mix of like syrup gels and peach colors with this peach topper here that I think is absolutely stunning and so fun. And then I don't have these out, but I did really like the swatch card. These are the MPA Mochi gels. They're kind of like an embo gel, really thick, made for doing 3D art, but they're so cute, and look at these pastel colors. This swatch card is definitely one of my favorites. It's got this cute like gingham pattern in the back, the little kitty drawings here, and then it came with these spoons. It also came with little plates, but I liked how it looked with just the spoons. And then this space is empty because I do have the Devoc Chilling collection that still needs a home, And honestly, I filled up all these shelves and I have more polishes to put out. So I am going to have to make some room here, maybe move my inspo board over and then put up another set of shelves there. Here is my Divock Once in a Summer Season 2. I really like this collection as well, and this swatch board is so nice with the pictures, and it's acrylic with the wood base. July Lake, probably my favorite from this collection. So pretty. So yeah, that is everything. Here are my drawers back where they need to go. I did pull out some of my favorite little figurines to decorate with. I still need to find a place for these ones over here. But here's my little cinema roll. He's probably my favorite figurine. And then I have my Labubu. They're just hanging out there. And yeah, overall, I'm just really happy with how everything came out. All right, so that was the reorganizing video. I hope you all enjoyed. Much longer than I thought it would be. I tend to blab when I'm on camera live, I feel like, but I don't know, I feel like people sometimes enjoy these more casual vlogs. I know I like watching them. I like seeing more of the behind the scenes stuff, so let me know if you're one of those people and I will try to do more of these. I do have plans on continuing this into a second video because I got that desktop from IKEA and I haven't had time to install it, nor did I have time to set up the new C-stand or move my glitters and all of that like I had wanted to, so definitely another video coming like this. But I just want to thank you all again for being such an amazing community. Honestly, if you are considering starting YouTube, just go for it. Honestly, if you're somebody who does nails and you are considering starting a YouTube yourself, just go for it. Even if it's filming on your phone, that's how I started, was just with my cell phone in my bedroom with a teeny tiny little desk where I had maybe like 2 square feet of space to film on. I've found nothing but support really here on YouTube, and I think it's a great community to grow in. I know that's not the same for all communities, unfortunately. People can be rude on the internet, but so far my experience here has been largely positive. So yeah, I encourage y'all, if you're thinking about starting your own channel, definitely give it a go. You know, the worst that can happen is maybe you change your mind down the line. But yeah, I think that's it for me today. I've kind of like yapped a lot throughout the whole video. So with that being said, I will try to link anything that I find pertinent, like the shelves and things like that, in the description box down below. Please consider checking out my other videos, like my tutorials, my hauls, or I do have some other vlogs on the channel too, if that's the kind of thing that you like. I hope you all are having a wonderful day wherever you are, especially if you are a mother. Happy Mother's Day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.